What up, peeps? Welcome to day 4 of 31 nights of full moon. And here's what I watched tonight. Troll 1 and 2. These are some great fantasy horror. It's really funny. There's a couple and their son and daughter, and they moved to this new apartment. And their names are Harry Potter Sr. and Harry Potter Jr. And there's also a good witch that lives in this apartment. And there's an evil troll that's in the basement of this apartment building. Seemed like J.K. Rowling might have borrowed from this movie a little bit or something. Lock the doors and pull out the weed whacker. For this house party of horror, one family is about to find out there's no place like home when a troublesome troll starts taking over their building, transforming each apartment into an overgrown garden of ancient evil and turning its tenants into a horde of hairy hobgoblins. Michael Moriarty, however you say that, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus star in the super slimy scarefest that's a special effects pig out. This also has June Lockhart, who's the mother in the old Lassie TV show. She plays the good witch. And Sonny Bono was married to the sheriff. Funny. And as soon as the movie starts, it gets started. The mother asks the son to watch the daughter, and he's like, "Oh, but she's a pain in the ass. I don't want to watch her." So she goes playing with a ball down in the basement, drops the ball down there, goes to get it, and gets trapped by the troll here into like an alternate troll universe, and like takes her place, makes himself look like her in real life. So he looks like her, but he's out in the real world, hanging out with her family and such. And then one of his first victims is Sonny Bono. It has some kind of magic ring that he goes and pricks him with. It turns him into some kind of weird little woodland gooey monster, and then his whole house or apartment turns into a fucking woodland of weeds and grass shit. And then that's what he slowly does to every apartment tenant, every person that lives there in their apartment, turning the whole fucking place into like a forest. And basically, you end up having a showdown between him and the witch and the Harry Potter Jr. trying to stop him. And yeah, it's a great fantasy horror, great movie. And then part 2 is known as one of the most worst horror movies ever made, but I don't think it's that bad. I kind of enjoy it. Those greedy goblins are back and hungrier than ever in this gourmet, gross-out, disguised as friendly country folk, a pugnacious posse of people eating trolls. Lures visitors to their town, but a family of 4 is about to discover that this place is a real tourist trap and they're the prey. Now the no-good gnomes must be destroyed before the family gets flamed. Okay, I keep messing shit up. Before the family gets flambéed and the world becomes buffet in this eating frenzy of fear. This one doesn't have trolls, it has goblins. They're weird looking little creatures and decent effects and makeup, in my opinion. I think it's basically a bunch of little people in these masks and these little outfits, and they look decent and freaky enough and kind of cool to watch. And basically, well, this movie starts off kind of like The Princess Bride. It has Joshua and his grandpa's telling him a story, an ancient story about the goblins. And then I think there's this prince or something, and he's running from the goblins, and all of a sudden he sees this pretty woman, and she's feeding him something, and he's just so, enamored by her beautiful looks that he's just drinking his shit and just staring at her and not paying attention that it's some kind of green gook that's going to turn him into green gook himself so that he can be eaten. And then it comes back to reality. It's his dead grandpa telling him a story. His dead grandpa showed up a lot throughout the movie to help him. And that's what the trolls do, is try to get you to eat this green shit. They put the green shit in cake and juice and drinks and cookies, and you eat it, and then it turns you into their food and they eat you. And in this movie, the family is supposed to do some kind of exchange thing and go spend a while in the country at Nilbog. The town is called Nilbog, which spells goblin backwards. They're supposed to spend the time at some country family's house while that family comes to their house, blah blah blah. But it's like a trick to get them there so they can try to eat them. That's my messy explanation of that. Troll 1 and 2, that's what I watched tonight. Pretty cool fantasy horror. Recommend you check it out if you haven't seen it. See.